So all I asked that the Florida Gators not do, just do not embarrass me when they took on the LSU Tigers in Baton Rouge. That's all I asked, and it was and that was too hard for them, especially defensively. The LSU Tigers had over 700 yards of total offense. Jaden Daniels, 17 of 26 for 372 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dude was absolutely balling, but that wasn't his most impressive stat. He had 12 carries for 234 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had one play where it was a one-play drive, 85 yards, just torched the Gator defense. The Florida Gator defense is absolutely one of the worst defenses that you're ever going to see in college football. They're just bad. They can't tackle, they can't cover. Jalen Kimber will make a good play here and there, then he'll just get burnt. Jason Marshall, the same thing. I've always said if you play the Florida Gators, they're going to put you on the map, especially in the Heisman race. Well, they definitely put Jaden Daniels probably number one now, how good this performance was tonight. And then you have the Blitnikoff Award finalist probably. Brian Thomas Jr., 6 catches for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, looked like the second coming of Julio Jones. And then you have Malik Neighbors, 6 catches for 132 yards. Looking like the second coming of Amari Cooper. The Florida Gator defense made these guys look so good. And they are good. Listen, Malik Neighbors is a projected first-round pick, don't get me wrong. But, Brian Thomas out here, just absolutely torching the entire Florida Gator defense. It's just sad. It's embarrassing. The Florida Gators lost not only on the football field, but they lost off the field. They actually lost in the recruiting game today as Jamonte Waller, a high 4-star player or a 5-star player, somebody consider him, especially ESPN. He flipped his commitment from Florida to Auburn. So, you're just losers everywhere. The Florida Gators moved to 5-5 on the season. They have 2 more games to get bowl eligible. They need 1 win. And where is it? Missouri Tigers, a really good team. The Missouri is absolutely a really good. They're a well-rounded team, and you go on the road. I felt like the Florida Gators had a shot. The LSU game was probably their best shot, but they go on the road to Missouri. They're 5-5. Well, they go 5-6, and then Florida State, the number 4 team in the country, they come to the Swamp. Maybe you could spoil it's a rivalry game. You never know there, but it's just. At this point, I can't even be mad anymore because it's not surprising how bad this team is. Just tackling, just the fundamentals. It's horrible that these guys don't even do the simplest things, and they're incapable of doing it. And everyone's going to say this person should be fired. Billy Neighbors' play calling, yes, it was terrible. After his first series, the play calling, his feel of the game just goes away. And, I have questioned, if he can call plays in the SEC. And it's still, I think a lot of people are questioning. He needs to get an offensive coordinator. He should have gotten it after last week. But, he needs to do something. The defense is looking worse and worse and worse each week. Missouri is going to go absolutely, bonkers on Florida Gator defense. But, Austin Armstrong, his first-year head coach, he's a young guy. I know a lot of people really hyped about him, especially after the first couple of games, and then it's kind of not went there. Austin Armstrong, his schemes, I know a lot of people said his schemes are there. I don't see it. But, the Gator defense tonight just absolutely pathetic. Giving up 52 points to any team. I don't care if it's the number 1 team in the country. And just how you did it. It's just embarrassing. It's just a bad night for the Florida Gators as a whole, especially the football team. I'm hoping the Florida Gator basketball team can, pull it out. They did just lose to Virginia. They're 1-1 right now, but hey, there may be some promise there. But all these guys you talk about getting fired. Listen, the only guy that should be fired right now, really pretty soon, is Scott Strickland. Scott Strickland, I'm going to keep saying it. Scott Strickland is a guy that should have been fired a long time ago. His leadership, everything that has went down whenever he's been in office, and I just don't understand why he keeps his job. And it should. And the Florida Gators are 5-5. Next 2 games, if they go 5-7, there's going to be some really disgruntled Florida Gator fans. Before I even made this video, I had some phone calls from some Florida Gator fans. It's just not very good. Yeah, they're really disappointed. And I think that's where I'm at. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But I knew this was coming. I knew the Florida Gators weren't really going to win. I didn't have them winning. But I felt like throughout the game, they kind of got my hopes up there for a little bit. Man, they did it. They reeled me in, and then they just gotcha. And you know, they had shots, they had chances, and it's just when the game gets tight, you know, can you become elite? Can you become that elite coach? Can you get it done? And it seems like throughout, somebody can't get it done from the Florida Gators. So, you know, it's an embarrassing loss. LSU wins by 17. It was in the swamp, or excuse me, it was in Baton Rouge, but I wish it was in the swamp. Maybe Florida would play better, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just hoping maybe the Florida Gators can shock one of the next two teams, but I really hope it's Florida State. I really do. I want it to be, to ruin it. I hope they're undefeated and they play Florida State, but you know, it's more of wishful thinking at this point. But hey, guys, as always, I appreciate you watching this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. You have a great one.